some of the folks from Plan B Theater Company here. This is something that City Art hasn't done in a long, long time. I was telling Matt earlier tonight that I think we had a one-act play from Jeff Metcalf a few years ago, and then prior to that it was probably 15, 16 years. We staged a play from David Crane's many, many years ago. So this is something that we don't do very often. We're really pleased to have him. So I'm just going to do a quick little intro here, and then I'm going to let Matt introduce the play and the actors. Quick housekeeping thing. I do need to mention that City Art is sponsored by the Utah Arts Council, the Salt Lake City Arts Council, Catalyst, the Salt Lake City Public Library, Exhibition, and the Zio Arts and Parks Fund. Matthew Ivan Bennett is a resident playwright at Plan B Theater Company, with whom he's premiered several plays, including Erica, I'm not sure how to say that, okay, which won Best Drama at the United Solo Theater Festival in New York, and Mesa Verde, which was nominated for a Steinberg Award. His radio plays have been broadcast nationally through KUER, and his adaptation of Frankenstein received Best Feature Program from the Utah Broadcasters Association. His short works have been at the Salt Lake's Wasatch Theater, in Chicago's Circle Theater, Hunger Artist Theater Ensemble in Fullerton, at Rising Sun Performance Company in New York, and Monkeyman Productions in Toronto, as well as the Source Festival in Washington, D.C. He's written an anti-bullying play for children, Different Equals Amazing, which is what we'll see tonight, which toured to Utah schools and has had poetry published in Western Humanities Review and Sugar House Review. He earned a Bachelors of Theatre Arts at Southern Utah University and is a member of the Dramatists Guild. Please welcome Matthew Ivan Bennett.
Thank you. You can come on in. Yeah. Oh. That's all right. On in. Okay. So I'm Matthew Ivan Bennett. I'm the playwright and the resident playwright of Plan B Theater Company, which is a resident company. The Rose Wagner, Salt Lake County facility downtown. If you've never been, please come. And I'll say a few words about how this play got created. In 2010, there were a rash of student suicides, and a friend of mine, Kurt Bateman, wanted to do something about it. And he contacted a bunch of his artist friends, and in 3 weeks' time, we put together a fundraiser called Different Equals Amazing to raise money for the Human Rights Education Center of Utah. So there were over 100 artists that night, dancers, theater performers, and friends who read their journal entries from junior high school. We raised over $10,000. We immediately wanted to tour, but we all had day jobs, and it takes money to do that. So fast forward to 2014, we've scaled it back. It's now a two-person show. We are touring in Salt Lake County and Davis County to 34 schools in all. 34 total performances. Well, 34 total performances, including tonight. And it has made a difference, I think, as Tyson and Latoya can attest to. About bullying, I just want to say that it isn't harmless. I think that there's an attitude that it's human nature, that it's the law of the jungle, that boys will be boys, that kids are mean, and that may all be true, but it doesn't mean that we have to accede to it, you know? Just a few days ago, on Monday, March 10th, in Reuters, there was an article about bullying. The Journal of the American Medicine Association Pediatrics published a meta-study where they looked at these 34 different studies of bullying all across the nation, including almost 285,000 students, and they found that kids who are bullied have a greater likelihood of being depressed and of having suicidal thoughts and psychological problems. So it isn't harmless. And that's why for putting a play like this together. So please give it up for the KUERs and Tyson Baker, the actors tonight. This is their third show of the day.
That's not my name. It's winter, after school, gray out. And when I see there behind me by the taco time, I think, oh yay, here we go again. 4 against 1 today. And I put my silly putty in my pocket and hurry across the street. Only they run across too, right into traffic, so it's either run back or keep straight or try and lose them in the neighborhoods. And my friend Kevin's apartment is close by, so I do that, cutting through a dog park next to the apartments. But I should have stuck to the road, because they catch up in the park, right as my asthma's bucking me. Christopher calls over, hey Patty, we've got a secret we want to share with you. And inside I'm going, why does he think that's going to work? But I say, that's not my name. My name's Patrick. It's not Patty. I breathe out, slowly. I was hoping a bunch of adults would be in the park with some pit bulls, but it's 2 skinny kids, second graders, trying to get a water rocket more than 5 feet off the grass. But I say, it's not Patty, and then Christopher comes up to me 10 feet away. Oh, I'm sorry, Patricia, come here. I look at their hands. They're all in their coat pockets or behind their backs. I can't see what they've got, but they're all grinning with their teeth. It's Christopher, Tommy, and Katie. And Kassaw, who I actually like. She's quiet like me, and at the start of the year, we were friends. I met her when we were lined up for class one morning. Hey! Are you new?
What is new? I not know this word.
Whoa, you're really, really new.
I speak English a little only. What is new?
Oh, it's not a bad thing. It means you haven't been to this school before. I'm Patrick.
Patrick.
Yeah! Just imagine me wearing an eye patch with rickets. Rickets. Patrick! Arg! Sorry, that was weird. I'm into memory games. So, you're new here, obviously.
Yes. Yes, I am new. I thank you.
You're welcome. But you only have to say thank you, not I thank you. I don't know why. It's weird. When you say she thanked him, you say she, but when you're thanking somebody, you don't say I, just thank you. I guess because it's obvious who's thanking.
Ah, yes, I thank
Hey!
you.
See? She's cool. She came to the US from Uganda because her mom didn't like the government, or else they didn't like her. And I tried helping her because on the first day, these kids were saying her skin was ugly and how her hair was like wires. And I have a brother who's adopted and black, so I knew how much that hurt. And I said, so what? She's different, but she's amazing. I think she's cute. But they said, who cares about you? And Christopher's all, Patty has a crush on her, Patty has a crush on her, which is bull. But then, before much longer, Kassaw was hanging out with him. Christopher, who had called her an FOB, fresh off the boat. So, I'm facing them in the park, in the snow, Christopher, Tommy, and Katie, and Kassaw. And it's not fair because Christopher's 2 hands taller than me, and Katie's taller than him. She beats everyone at running and can flick your ear from 5 feet away. She lugs all her books home in her shiny yellow backpack every day, and she isn't slowed down by the weight. Then there's Tommy, who looks like a tank with red hair and bug eyes. He could get in the Guinness Book of World Records as the champion of spitballing easy. So I face them in a park in the cold, and I try and do what my mom practiced with me. I breathe out for the asthma, and I say, guys, would you just tell me what your problem is? And Christopher goes, we don't have a problem, Patricia. We came to give you a present. And he says it so nicely that I get goosebumps on my arm. Because Christopher's only nice when others are watching. And no one's watching except his goons. I say, let me guess. I'm a loser and a 4 eyes. I suck. All of you are the best ever, and I'm a little squeaker who sucks. Christopher fakes a run at me. I jump. My breath fogs up in front of me, but I try and do what my mom said. You all think you have a problem with me, but you only have a problem with yourselves. They split up, surrounding me. I want more than anything for a stranger to shout, "Leave him alone." But it's late and below freezing and gray, and even the boys with the broken water rocket tear off. I turn and turn as they circle me with their hands in their coats. I try and feel empty, but my eyes burn. I don't cry, but seeing Kasa strut around me when I never did anything bad to her makes me shake. And remember the last day of being friends when I stopped her by the bus. "Hey, Kasa!" "Hi." "Do you still want to come over sometime? Because my mom said today until 4:30 would be okay."
I cannot today. I am sorry.
"That's cool. Whatever. You want to see a trick? The rubber band is on all 4 fingers, right?" "Oh! Cool, huh? Could you come over tomorrow?"
I cannot tomorrow. No.
"Okay. Just, are you mad at me?"
No. I feel nothing for you.
"What does that mean?"
You speak English? You know what?
Did Christopher say some stuff about me?
Yes. And now I know what you are.
What I am? What am I?
I think you know what.
But I didn't know. All I knew was Christopher saying I do everything like a girl. So when Kasa struts around me in the snow and I'm shaking, I'm still confused and I still want her as a friend, so I shout, "You could stop this!" "Kasa, you're only going along with him because he's big. But you don't need him. You're different and amazing and pretty and you used to be fun. And you're better." But she only struts, her face hard. I stare back, hoping, pleading, without any words. For a half second, she seems ashamed. Maybe. But in the corner of my eye, I see Christopher throw, or I think he's throwing, but he's only faking again. Nothing hits me. But now in his hand, I see a red water balloon the size of a fist. He says, "Think fast," and fakes again, but I don't flinch. I stop turning to see them all, and I say, my face getting hot, "None of you are funny. Calling me Patty isn't funny. Playing Patty Touch isn't funny. I don't have any diseases. Sitting down during a soccer game doesn't make me a girl." Blam! Tommy hits me in the leg with a balloon, but it isn't water, it's paint. Yellow paint. Blam! Another balloon breaks. Katie's. Pink splatters on my right shoulder, onto my neck, my jaw. Blam! Christopher smacks me square in the chest with a paint bomb that's green as a lima bean. My clothes are ruined, my eyes are wet. I'm breathing deep on purpose so I won't sob. Tommy and Katie and Christopher are whooping and and Christopher goes, "You like rainbows, don't you, Patty?" I don't say anything. I wait for a 4th balloon, Kasa's, but over to the right, she's dead still. "Throw it," Christopher laughs. But a few seconds go by and Kasa's like a statue, not looking at me or them. The laughter winds down and echoes on the snow and houses. "Throw it," Christopher says again. "Throw it!" She doesn't. She drops the balloon on the dirty snowpack. It flops around, unbroken, and then Kasa walks away. Across the field. Not a word. Not a look. Christopher, his hook nose crinkling, watches Kasa walk away for a long 10 seconds. Tommy watches Christopher, wondering what to do. Katie's like, "Back, back, 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 back," to Kasa. And then Christopher stares flat into me as he crunches over for the last balloon, and he lines up a kick between me and the balloon. Trying to make a big show, he winks at me, but I can tell he's not enjoying himself now. He kicks, and the balloon splats to the side of me, missing by inches. With this smile, more like a scowl, Christopher shrugs at the blue mess in the snow and says to Tommy and Katie, "This is dumb. What are you thinking?" But they aren't, I guess. They only shrug. Then he says, "I think little Patty wants to be left alone with his rainbow." And I tell him, "Just so you know, I won't keep quiet." Not this time. Tommy blurts out, "We're not on school property, fruitcake." And I say, "Doesn't matter. Christopher fakes a run at me, again." I don't jump. And they leave. Scooping up some blue painted snow, Christopher pegs me in the ear, says, "Bye, Patty." And they leave. I tell my mother, I tell my teacher, I tell the principal, even though I don't want to, I tell. Tommy, Katie, and Christopher are suspended for 3 days. And then, a week later, Cassaw sits next to me on the slope. Normally it's all snow, but on this day it's grass, brown and dry, and Cassaw says to me,
Hi.
"Hi."
I do feel something for you. I wanted to say this. I feel you are good. A good person. And I was not good, okay?
Cassaw, wait, you don't have to. You can sit here. It's okay. I'm still your friend. Sit down.
You are sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Sit down, jeez. If I was still mad at you, you'd know it. Sit.
You are different, Patrick. Even to me.
Everyone's different, so what?
No, you are different, but it is good. You say things from your inside. I told my mother about you, and she said, amazing. What do you say to me? Amazing. I like this word.
I like it too. Especially how you say it. Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing! We are tall, we are short, we are small, we are big, we are brown and white and black.
We are all different from each other.
A few of us were born big and privileged.
The rest of us have gathered our strength and have had to prove ourselves.
A few of you still feel weak and worthless.
Some of you know your strength is built on making others afraid.
So, what you do now makes a difference. Because,
You can't know how long your cruelty will last in a girl's mind.
or how long your kindness in a boy's.
What you do now makes a difference.
One that could be amazing. So, be the difference that equals amazing!